Hey guys, welcome back to Milo Gains Crypto. Thanks for stopping by the channel again. If you haven't, please subscribe. Appreciate your viewership. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I think is a fairly bullish sentiment about STEPN, the app, and its longevity. And that is my assumption that I think Solana really likes STEPN. And Solana, if you're unfamiliar, it's the, one of the biggest layer one blockchains out there right now, right behind Ethereum. Its market cap currently is 61 billion, but in the past year hit its market cap all-time high of just coming to 90 billion. So it's a very successful crypto asset. And I'll show you just even in the top 10 rankings. It's currently number 5. So Solana is a very powerful ecosystem. It's the primary one that STEPN kind of uses or is built off of. And I think this is here, let me give you context first for why I'm even highlighting this Solana eyes to a STEPN post. So STEPN has recently posted on their X page that something huge is coming. This is posted on Friday, and the quote, "huge is coming," is going to be tomorrow, April 15th, 2024. And under this, we see Solana with the curious eyes or the mystery eyes, or like, ooh, what's coming? Which to me demonstrates a vested interest in STEPN. I see it as maybe not a cosign for everything, but a signal. Hey, I'm supporting what you guys are doing, or I'm at least somewhat aware, or maybe if not aware, but whatever you guys are doing, we're on board, right? We're on board as let me just get back to this, as a over $60 billion market cap crypto asset that has at one point been, within the past month, a $90 billion market cap project. And what is I was wondering too, does Solana feel similarly with all other Web3 gaming projects? Maybe they back any Web3 gaming project that uses their ecosystem. But on this website, chainplay.gg, we see that STEPN is just the number one game on Solana. So these are top Solana NFT games by market cap. So as of today, STEPN's market cap is just under 500 million. Or 500 million. If you're aware, a lot of things have taken a serious dip in the past couple days, including Bitcoin. But STEPN, I saw this, and it's kind of far and away just the leader of these games on Solana, or using Solana, right? Under is Star Atlas at 87 million, Aurori at 33 million, and then it just kind of goes down and down. Genopets, which is another move to earn game, but this is just at 11 million. So STEPN's kind of in a league of its own, right? It's doing well. It's got a very strong market cap. And I think this is why a Solana would give this sort of confidence. Like, oh, STEPN lasted through the bear market. Not only lasted, but grew and expanded, and has a pretty, supportive market cap. Definitely, I'd like to see the market cap higher and have prices higher on both GMT and GST. But it's made it through. And what does make it through even mean? Here's a couple of metrics that STEPN's posted for why I think even Solana would kind of give STEPN a little pat on the back and say, I got you, so to speak. STEPN, this is the number of STEPN NFT sneakers minted by the STEPNers since our inception in 2021, over 1 million. So 1 million NFTs made on STEPN alone. This achievement places STEPN as the biggest NFT collection ever in Web3. Right? This goes beyond Solana. This is all encompassing. And STEPN does include Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, though this doesn't, make up most of its users. What's another metric? Here's what I just talked about. There's Solana, Ethereum, and Binance blockchains that STEPN uses. And this has made the largest community ever in Web3. over 500 million separate accounts on STEPN. Here's a little flex. This is just something I wanted to give STEPN credit for. In the recent FSL ID kind of push, they've given out 235 million GMT distributed to community, and then more GMT or FSL points have gone to more consistent users for the past 2 years since its beginning. And then we see some partnerships here, STEPN kind of bragging on, hey, here's all of our partnerships. ASICS, Stevie Aoki, Ghost in the Shell. You could look at these other ones listed here. And then next hinting who's next. And I think this who's next could have to do with this post here that was made on April 10th. The Move to Earn app said it is on the verge of announcing a partnership with a major shoe and apparel company. Can you guess? And I made a video on this right here. Who could it be? Adidas, Nike, Puma, New Balance. But some shoe and apparel company partnership that may be the announcement tomorrow. That could be part of the something huge is coming. I say all this to kind of give reason for why a Solana would attach itself to what STEPN is promising, to what STEPN is cooking up, right? And if you've kept track with STEPN the past couple of years, it's gotten some bad press, especially if for users that got in 2022. If you're investing in STEPN, you are getting rugged, right? You were losing. If you bought an NFT sneaker at a certain value, that was dipping down. It lost 90%, if not more, of its value, right? So there's a little bit of an uphill battle for STEPN, right? It began essentially the worst of the start of the bear market or the end of the bull. It saw some massive inflows, some high pumping for NFT value. I think that's where people are taking profits off of other projects and getting excited about new projects like STEPN and went all in to drive up its prices, but it was not soon after, and spring, summer, fall of 2022, where just things were looking grim. Fast forward 2 years, here we are. GMT's still at a $500 million market cap, and plans are expanding and growing, and I think STEPN is one of Solana's favorites, if not the favorite. Certainly one of the apple of its eyes. And, there's, when you get Solana here in the check mark, kind of given the eyes, that's a thumbs up, right? That's a thumbs up in X, Twitter, social media world. Kind of like, ooh, we're excited with you. What's happening? And I think it's because STEPN has been king, really. And you don't see this talked about, right? I follow a few crypto channels that cover gaming specifically, and I'd say STEPN doesn't really get its flowers. I think it has a serious black eye for what happened at this point in the market, right? What the date here is, if you're April, March is when STEPN's getting started, or when GMT's at least released on the market, is March of 2022. And here, let me just go to Bitcoin real quick. Spring of 2022. Sorry, let me find. Spring of 2022 is when we were wondering, is there going to be another path up, right? Can we make it still? And it was like, is the bull market going to keep on going? But no, right here, right? We're in March, coming down April, right? Oh, we see a pump in April here, end of March, April. People think it's going to go up. This is when STEPN's starting. And then Bitcoin just takes a dip, and then everything falls with it, including GMT, right? This was that period of like, oh, is there any hope? Is the bull market going to keep on going? Is Bitcoin going to exceed $100,000? And no, it went down, and everything went down. So STEPN had a very interesting launch time. And man, I'll be honest, this is what I bought probably right here. I think I bought the first week of May of 2022, somewhere around there. So I'm hoping for like, okay, it's going to come back up. No, and I was catching a falling knife. I was still buying up sneakers to expand my inventory because, by the way, I like the game. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting exercise. It's getting me out. I got my dog who has a lot of energy, Milo. Let's do it. This is kind of how I justified the purchase too for a speculative market, which that's a whole other value proposition on its own that I need to cover about the actual move to earn aspect of STEPN, which I think just separates this project from others by leaps and bounds. Yeah, so scam, right? STEPN's not legit. What are we ever gonna get our return? Are we ever gonna get our return? It's still going lower. And finally, 2 years later, we're still low, but we're kind of stable. So the rug pull isn't exactly happening right now. So if you bought in the past year, you're at least, maybe your ROI is much easier to achieve than anyone who was buying right here. Right, so come 2024, here we are. STEPN has been stable. It's expanded. It's growing. I think people are enjoying it more. I think anyone who's hopped on in the past, 4 months, 6 months to a year isn't calling STEPN a scam. Though my sympathies are with those people who got rug pulled or were trying to catch a falling knife. That was me. I won't say it was a rug pull per se, but I was trying to catch a falling knife as we were going from the bull to the bear market. So I think Solana being, where we at? Let's find Solana again. Solana being just under $100 billion market cap at its highest here, just a month ago. I think we could see a $500 billion market cap, right? Who knows? Maybe it gets to $1 trillion. I'm not sure, but I think we need to ask ourselves if Solana is supporting STEPN, at least in just like, hey, let me give you a thumbs up, or like maybe, the heads and the CEOs and all the developers at Solana aren't super actively trying to keep STEPN successful, but there does seem to be some kind of partnership, right? There's a lot of VCs in Solana, a lot of people with stake in Solana's financial welfare. And I'm just saying, if there is a top gaming crypto asset on Solana that is king as far as market cap goes, I think there's some vested interest to see STEPN's success. Like, I would say I wouldn't be surprised if big investors in Solana don't come over to STEPN to invest, right? Before even use case was established and we even knew that STEPN would survive through a bear, GMT hit a market cap high of 2.3 billion, right? 2.3 billion. And then Solana's highest at that point was a $75 billion market cap. So if Solana is going to hit a $500 billion market cap in this run, after STEPN's success, I don't see why it couldn't be a $2.3 billion market cap, right? If Solana is going to hit 500 billion and higher, I wouldn't be surprised if STEPN hits 10 billion, maybe even 20 billion, right? To exceed that all-time high of $4 right here. And, tokenomics wise, you guys got to know there's much more GMT on the market right now than there was 2 years ago. And there will be more GMT released in 6 months, a year from now. So it's going to require more market cap to hit $1, $2, $3, $4 and more than it would have here in 2022. So I think this is one of the most bullish reasons to believe in STEPN's success is kind of this Solana co-signing and interest to see STEPN succeed. Because if there's any game succeeding on a Solana blockchain, Solana wants that game to win, right? All of these, Solana will want any of these games to win, right? It kind of doesn't matter who, or I guess it could matter who, if, depending on what their investment or co-signing is. But if STEPN's going to bring users into the Web3 space, I could just see Solana wanting to ensure that they, STEPN keeps above water. If even that takes some financial investment from themselves. I know a lot of this is speculative. I mean, crypto is speculative, but I'm hopeful. I feel reassurance when I see this logo, this name, and these eyes under a comment. Something huge is coming. That's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. If this was helpful, please give a like and subscribe. I will see you next time. Take care.